to speed first.
Right.
This one you get to watch come up to speed. This is a smaller machine.
Okay.
I mean, it's half the size and half the weight. It's an older machine. This is first machine was a very slight modification from its military cousin. So this first machine that we talked about is a minor modification of a military design. And we talked about the fact that it was military. So it's 2 packages, it's heavier. This is over here, a different manufacturer, but a more compact and lightweight design. It is even a more abbreviated playback in that, yeah, it's not going to be great. It's just going to show you, yes, we have something. This machine weighs about half as much as that other machine. It's only one piece. It's all here. And we're going to just run this up. So here's the second machine. Smaller, half the weight, probably half the size. Manufacturer says it can be backpacked. If you have somebody, some guy called Moose backpacks these things. Power supply over here can be replaced by a battery if you're backpacking it. Right now, this power supply that you plug into the wall. And we will start her up. The head is coming up to speed, and the video quality isn't quite as good as what we had over here, but it's the same thing. We have a supply reel, a tension monitoring system to control the supply reel. We go this way through the rotating head, which is here, same thing, rotating at the same speed. These machines produce compatible recordings. It's a standard recording. We could take the recording and play it on a studio machine. We could take the tape off of here and play it on there. Take this tape off of here and play it on there. So, yes, it's interchangeable. After we leave the video head, we come up here to a roller. We have audio heads up here. Cap stand controlling the motion of the tape. Again, a rubber roller. Tension control. Roller. And onto the take-up reel. Okay. There is, buried over here, an erase head that's not all that obvious. So there are covers on these that make them a little less obvious than the parts of the other machine. The other machine was designed to be serviced in the field by members of the military. This is designed to be, well, hopefully you never have to work on it. One of the things we can demonstrate,
Yes.
something we talked about before, was that when you play back, the motion of the tape has to be precisely controlled so that the head scans directly on top of the track. But in this machine, since that might not be so tightly controlled, we have an adjustment. And we can see what happens if we're not.
Tracking control.
So we can go through it and come back.
That's an action
Close-up
shot.
of me turning the knob.
I mean, that's
Whoa,
a serious close-up.
All right, so we're going to turn the knob, and we're going to watch what happens. Come on, we're between scenes here. If we get halfway between and we're playing 2 tracks at the same time, and it looks pretty ugly.
Okay, and now,
And frankly, this is a feature of every form of videotape, whether it be this, or 1-inch, or 3/4, or VHS.
okay, so now, play with, get the tracking correct. And actually, while you're doing it, talk about what you're seeing on the screen.
Well, if we get the tracking control exactly wrong, we're trying to play 2 tracks at the same time, which of course is very confusing to the electronics. It's very confusing to the TV set too, the monitor, trying to figure out what to do about all of that. This one's doing about as well as it can, because it's a semi-recognizable picture. But it's much better if we're on track. And in this machine, if we look closely, we can probably see that the individual heads aren't producing exactly the same amount and exactly the same colors. They're not as well matched to this recording as the other machine.
And that's just because the playback electronics are not as good.
There's more than one thing going on here. Yes, we don't have as much playback electronics, and this is a tape that I took off the shelf that was made on some other machine.
Okay.
And the other machine, I actually made the tape on the machine.
Okay.
So all the mechanics match. These don't. So much so that in the very first days of videotape, this idea of the mechanics of the head matching, the networks would ship the head with the recording.
Oh, really?
So that the recording would be played back with the head that made it. Now this head, these assemblies come out. It's the whole assembly. It's this whole assembly or the whole assembly we saw in the other machine. It comes out as an assembly, and when it needs repair, the assembly goes back to the manufacturer.
Okay. So the tracking, whoops, we lost the picture again.
Yeah, well, this is somebody's demo reel.
So it looks, God, it's sensitive. You have noise.
Yeah.
There. And then as you do it, as slowly you get banding. And so here we're seeing the individual heads.
Yeah. Yes.
One.
Yeah, you can see the individual heads better on this machine because playback processing is poor and recording wasn't made on this machine.
And then when it gets to be too much, oops, I just went the wrong way. Well, I don't know. You're much better at turning the knob than I am.
No.
Okay. I think we've seen that.